My stepfather was very talented. He played the guitar, he was a musician, and his voice was angelic. The way him and my mom got together, he used to come and practice guitar with my father and a friend. So there was three of them, Trio Bustamantes, and they had a good run. They used to perform in all the restaurants and stuff. And then one time he came, my mom was picking us up, and he pursued my mom. The following week, she came with a rose and a Bible, talking about we're married, and I was speechless. I really was. That same day, he beat her. When we went to her house, he beat her up, and in that moment, I became separate from everything up here and in here. I separated because she couldn't defend me. It was very clear to me. I watched these people groom their children to dysfunction. So he would tell his firstborn, or rather his son, you don't respect women, you make them your slave, you make them wash dishes, and blah, blah, blah. So I watched this kid actively abuse every single woman in my house, except for me. But I did actively see him, steal from them, mouth. The swearing was horrible. The teaching that this boy got, like I said, diseases pass on to your children if you never get the help. And they never got the help. So he was transferring that negative stuff onto his son. So I actively watched them raise these kids. There were some times when I didn't understand why. Actually, all the time I didn't understand why. The favoritism that my mother and my uncle played on children was extremely demonic. Sorry, it is what it is. I don't make the rules. It was so demonic. It was so horrible. I was talking to God on a daily basis up here, and here all of that was practice for Him to bring me closer. I didn't know it at the time, but I knew in that moment what I needed to do. And I stayed in constant prayer. I did not come out of prayer. This man was brutal. He was not kind. I heard stories about him being kind. He went to the Vietnam War. He saw all of that, and he came back with all of that. And we were children who were abused, neglected, all of that. Nobody cared. Nobody cared. The point of the story is here, even if they don't care, it does not define who you are. You get up, pick up your little chips, whatever they are, whatever, and if you have nothing, then go with nothing. And you cling to what is good. You cling to the truth. What God does is He adds to that. He will add to that foundation that you're building and cultivating with Him in your heart and your mind, because He's reading it the whole time. Those two are connected. I, of course, was mortified at everything that was happening. I do not remember a day of not living in complete fear.